Valorant is a statistical optimization game disguised as a first-person shooter, okay? It's not a shooting game. It's a statistical optimization game, and you suck at the statistical optimization part of the game. Now, to play it at a high level, you need confidence, but everybody's got confidence at a high enough level, okay? So once you get up there, it's a level playing field. And now the problem is your statistical optimization is absolute dog. It's terrible. So if there's a guy playing here, conveniently, they don't have Reyna or Chamber. And because they don't have Reyna or Chamber, I'm down for you to peek, okay? But if they did have Reyna or Chamber, then you shouldn't be dry peeking this even with a buddy. You should be spotting, using some util, figure out where they are. Because Reyna or Chamber have really annoying 50-50 conversion rates. They can really get traded. But they don't have that. So I'm down for you to peek and look for the fight when you've got the homie with you. Because if this guy's here and they commit to fighting you, then statistically speaking, what's the outcome of this fight? Well, there's like a few scenarios. Let's start with you kill them and you die to them. So if you kill them, it's lit. We're up 1 kill. That's +1. So we can just add that to our list of outcomes. If you die, well, now your teammate can trade. Okay. Which I'm going to give a weight here if they're right behind you of 80%. So 80% of the time they'll trade you, which is a 1-for-1 +0. And then 20% of the time, your ass goes -2 with this trade. And we're going to call kill and die a 50-50 if it's a proper 50-50. So we got a +0 and a -2. Now, how often does the +1 happen? Well, that happens 50% of the time. The +0, well, that happens 80% of 50% of the time. Follow me with the math here, chat. I know it's dizzying, but that's 40%. And then this -2 happens 10% of the time, where like you lost the 50-50 and then that 20% dice roll hit, okay? And so the way you compute expected value is you essentially multiply these percentages by the numbers and you add them up. So this +1 becomes +0.5. The +0 is of course +0. And the -2 is plus 10% of this -0.2. So what's our expected value when we have a teammate behind us ready to trade? It's +0.3, which is lit. You see? Does the statistical analysis make sense? The problem is this relies on this trade, okay? If this highly likely trade doesn't exist, then this sucks. So for example, if they're a Reyna and they press dismiss after they kill you, well, shit, now this trade goes down, but also the odds of the O2 go down, right? But it becomes a lot more complicated. Same idea with like Chamber. But because they're not Chamber or Reyna, it's pretty straightforward to understand within reason that if they're playing here fighting arcade and 2 of you swing them, then you're net up like 0.3 in aggregate every time you do this. So if you're able to do this 10 times a game against the enemy team, you're like GEKKO winning.
Has this ever happened to you?
Defenders win.
We've all been there. But thanks to the generous members of the Knowers Club, not only can I help you get less of these,
Defenders win.
but you can even earn Valorant gift cards for successful improvement. All live on stream. Order now at discord.gg/woohoojin, or I'm taking the world to pipe. Don't try me. I'll do it.
All right, one Swifty boy. Late to the party, but still at the party. What the hell? 30 and 14. One Swifty boy. GEKKO Fracture. 70% win rate. What the hell? This guy's like a GEKKO god. This dude drops sub 1 KDs, sub 120 ADRs, and he wins 70% of the time. And it's not even like an isolated incident. You go back and look. He was just inting games on Fade, but his GEKKO is different. What the hell? Let's take a look. I'm curious now. Whoa. 150 boy, are you cramping my style? Is that a banana? Put my eyes on you, 150 boy. My lawyers will be in touch.
Reloading.
Holy shit, you Jedi mind tricked their smokes player into dry peeking 5 of you.
Got a few.
Enemy down.
He's on our good.
NT.
Yeah, my only real complaint is the flash that you threw this round. Everything else is kind of good. You throw a good bomb. We could cover the flank earlier, but...
There's one more inside. Your tower.
Like, this guy's going tower. We have a dog coming at her. Our jet's already dashing out. We killed one main. So our smokes are coming down imminently. What's this flash doing? Like, what's it doing? Does that make sense? It's not gonna do anything about this tower guy because they're tucked. It's not gonna do anything here because we're smoking it. So this flash would have been really nice to have right here, right? If we had the flash at this point in the round, it would have been really nice. GEKKO flash is one of the worst flashes in the game if you don't have prep. This is like the challenge and the bar I set for all GEKKO VODs. If you don't impress me with a flash I haven't seen before in your VOD, then you're kind of a bad GEKKO main. That's the litmus test, basically, because I don't have GEKKO prep. And if you don't have tricky flashes, then your flash will never get any value. There.
80. Someone's there.
No, what are we doing? You got 2, maybe 3 modes of Flash Initiator. You've got playing trade, which is we don't care about util. You're just hugging their butt as much as you can. We've got playing support flash, which is you're being very vocal to the guy in front of you to time their peak with your flash. And then we've got playing duelist mode, which is like your jet's dead and you're playing like really aggressively. So this round, I don't see you playing any of those 3. You start off like you're going to be in refrag mode, right? You're real close to jet. Get your gun out. She dashes. Now, at this point, you have to say something. Because you called 4 sands, you should not care about ropes now. You should start routing this way because you're second in line because you only see 1 in front of you. Math. And so the guys behind you are going to look ropes. That's fine. So you almost have to knife out and you got to tell Jet to slow down. See how wide you like wrap around this wall? It's way faster if you hug this wall to get up here.
80. Someone's there.
And we need to coordinate. Like, now this is just losing.
Jim, when you dash in, I'm gonna flash out.
How are you gonna flash when she dashes here? I'm actually curious to see. I'll have what you're having. What's your breakfast? Your workout routine and your sleep schedule. I've never seen a Diamond 1 player this dialed. What the f? Diamond 1 and you're dodging breach flash? Look at your other 2 hecking sheep. These guys are like all breach flash. Oh no. Diamond 1 and you're aware? Holy shit.
Scaling over here.
But you're actually kind of cracked. That's not an easy flash to dodge at your level. Like, oh, you're blind. Holy shit, you're blind. I'm giving you props and now you're the worst fucking initiator in the world. Look. Right now, where should your eyes be? One Swifty boy. Pop quiz. Behind you? What the fuck are you talking about? On your mini map, one Swifty boy. Your eyes should be at your mini map. When you're not first in line, your eyes are on the mini map. This is a golden rule in Valorant. So because your jet is in front of you, your eyes should be on your minimap at all times until it's shooting time. So literally you're staring at the minimap until you acquire your next enemy. Then you look at your crosshair. So your eyes should be glued to the minimap right now because you're not first in line. And if they were, then you would see this brimstone walking into this smoke right now. You're slow. You're really slow. Your technique here is terrible. When you're playing refrag, you have to be looking at your minimap. And I can tell you're not. Because you would have seen this guy. Right? Like, you're not looking at your minimap.
Nice. Yeah. Wingman's gonna plant spike.
You really have to use wingman for this?
Wanna go again?
I think that's a waste of wingman, dude. You've got full sight control. You killed 2, 5v3. I think you can just walk over and hold the plant yourself, and now you got wingman.
Thanks, little man.
Oh, wait, you didn't even... Oh, you did get thrashed. It's lit.
Thanks, little man. Thanks, little man.
Nah. Oh, wait. What is this? You know their flank, and now you're rushing into peeking them in the 5v3, dude? No, it's not that he's pre-aiming too much for any day. I don't give a fuck if we one-tapped this guy. It's not about that. Of course, being able to one-tap this guy is important when we're on the road to Radiant, but peeking this guy like this is bad. It's really bad. Let him swing us? No. It's fine if we want to swing him, but Chamber's not ready. Like, I don't mind swinging this guy, but we need a trade. You see how our guy wasn't ready to trade and now it's another 50-50?
35.
Holy shit. Look.
Nice.
Swifty, you just lost the round.
One enemy remaining.
The entire round hinged on your Brimstone beating a Vandal with his Phantom at 30 meters, which is a 53-47, if I recall correctly. Wait. Riot. Phantom versus Vandal. We literally have the numbers on this shit. You are in the Platinum to Ascendant bracket. Greater. Oh my God, it's a 55-45, dude. The enemy team has got a 55% chance right now to be up 2 versus 1 with Brim Razel. You threw this whole round. What are we doing? Why do you have the bomb?
Just play anti. Just reach my flat.
Brim, I'm gonna go up heaven. Can you come
Up there again.
Ponte las pilas.
okay.
Okay, bro, your Brim is not here. I think you kind of gotta go B main. Or you gotta ask for somebody to come under. Oh wait, Brim's coming. Okay, perfect. You just gotta wait a little bit. You just gotta wait a little bit. Do you see the problem? This is the problem. One sec. We lasted 4 rounds. It's time to boot it up. You're actually the most annoying type of player, by the way, because you're actually goddamn talented. I recognize this type of play style like instantly. It reminds me of this is one of my hidden mods who shows up on occasion, Reverus in chat. You've got like the confidence to just play however you think is right. You just think the wrong things are right. Like, you have infinite confidence, which is so free. I can just see it in your gameplay. I'm pretty sure I could tell you to play classic only for a week and you would just be like, okay, and you just do it. Here's the problem. Valorant is a statistical optimization game disguised as a first-person shooter, okay? It's not a shooting game. It's a statistical optimization game, and you suck at the statistical optimization part of the game. Now, to play it at a high level, you need confidence, but everybody's got confidence at a high enough level, okay? So once you get up there, it's a level playing field. And now the problem is your statistical optimization is absolute dog. It's terrible. So if there's a guy playing here, conveniently, they don't have Reyna or Chamber. And because they don't have Reyna or Chamber, I'm down for you to peek, okay? But if they did have Reyna or Chamber, then you shouldn't be dry peeking this even with a buddy. You should be spotting, using some util, figure out where they are. Because Reyna or Chamber have really annoying 50-50 conversion rates. They can really get traded. But they don't have that. So I'm down for you to peek and look for the fight when you've got the homie with you. Because if this guy's here and they commit to fighting you, then statistically speaking, what's the outcome of this fight? Well, there's like a few scenarios. Let's start with you kill them and you die to them. So if you kill them, it's lit. We're up 1 kill. That's +1. So we can just add that to our list of outcomes. If you die, well, now your teammate can trade. Okay. Which I'm going to give a weight here if they're right behind you of 80%. So 80% of the time they'll trade you, which is a 1-for-1 +0. And then 20% of the time your ass goes -2 with this trade. And we're going to call kill and die a 50-50 if it's a proper 50-50. So we got a +0 and a -2. Now, how often does the +1 happen? Well, that happens 50% of the time. The +0, well, that happens 80% of 50% of the time. Follow me with the math here, chat. I know it's dizzying, but that's 40%. And then this -2 happens 10% of the time, where like you lost the 50-50 and then that 20% dice roll hit, okay? And so the way you compute expected value is you essentially multiply these percentages by the numbers and you add them up. So this +1 becomes +0.5. The +0 is of course +0. And the -2 is plus 10% of this -0.2. So what's our expected value when we have a teammate behind us ready to trade? It's +0.3, which is lit. You see? Does the statistical analysis make sense? The problem is this relies on this trade, okay? If this highly likely trade doesn't exist, then this sucks. So for example, if they're a Reyna and they press dismiss after they kill you, well, shit, now this trade goes down, but also the odds of the O2 go down, right? But it becomes a lot more complicated. Same I do with like Chamber. But because they're not Chamber or Reyna, it's pretty straightforward to understand within reason that if they're playing here fighting arcade and 2 of you swing them, then you're net up like 0.3 in aggregate every time you do this. So if you're able to do this 10 times a game against the enemy team, you're like GEKKO winning on average. And all we care about is on average, right? We don't care about the unlucky games where it doesn't work out 3 times in a row. That's fine. That happens. But if you do this every game for 1,000 games, then you're hitting rank 1 if you can find these engagements every round. So looking at your VOD, you see the problem? You're lazy. You don't recognize that this is a statistics optimization problem. Instead, you're just playing first person shooter. You're just like, time to take my fight. You're playing Call of Duty. This is Valorant. It's not Call of Duty. You can't just peek here while your Brimstone's not ready to peek with you because it's statistically suboptimal and there's no reason. Why aren't you waiting for this guy?
One up heaven.
Alright, there's two here.
I'm quietly.
You just died. Are you hecking blind, dude? You just routed this way and you never once looked right here where they could totally be just holding your ass. You just got shot.
Flashing again.
Ew! No. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? One Swifty boy, what the what is this? So first of all, you got the blue name, okay? So you've watched me play Valorant, right? You've shown up to the game houses at least once. How do I hold tower, One Swifty boy? Let's walk backwards. If I'm the defender and I'm tower, what am I doing? Hugging the wall? What the f? You don't watch any gameplay, dude. Look at all these people know I'm holding the rope. What are you doing, One Swifty boy? You're hecking sleeping, autopiloting, and huffing hella confidence, and so you get carried up to diamond? What do you mean hugging the wall? No, this is not how I'm playing arcade. I play here, holding the rope. You gotta watch more gameplay, One Swifty boy. Because this guy holding the rope just killed you for fucking free because you're walking up like this. And you just died. We have Brimstone ult and they have 2 tower and we're losing this round? This is a free win. I had a VOD on Pearl the other day that I uploaded. The thumbnail was like, I was wrong about this play. I hope you watched it, but I'm sure you didn't because you don't watch any Valorant gameplay. You just queue up and you hit diamond, you piece of shit. But essentially they were against 5 duelists. And you know what I told this player? I'm like, why are you giving one and dones? You should just be holding crazy crosses on site because they can't use any utility to clear you because they don't have any. And the few rounds where they did play this way, they just won. And right now you're playing attack as if you're 5 duelists. Like your attack round, you're not using any utility.
One up heaven.
Alright,
What the hell?
Flashing again.
You even know their tower and you're willing to give them the dry fight instead of Brim ult? Why?
Please kill him, please.
Please kill him, please.
Nobody's there.
Oh my god. Look. Watch it back, 150 boy. What? Dopamine. Open your brain right now and give it some dopamine. Watch this playback and receive dopamine.
Not my wingman.
Remember,
Please kill him,
internalize.
Nobody's there.
Holy shit, teamwork. Don't forget this feeling. The problem is this is luck because you didn't you didn't coordinate with this Brimstone. You just got lucky.
Up and away. Dizzy has targets.
Why? Why'd you flash like that? You knew there was one, eh?
30 seconds left.
Spike planted. Flank swings. Rush is ready.
I popped Brim ult.
One enemy
No
remaining.
sweat.
Yeah, well, ECT.
Saw you, little homie.
Nah.
Rush got him.
Nice.
Another. Órale. You want more?
You're actually pretty cracked, dude. You're just not playing with your team ever, which is hilarious because you're playing initiator. Okay, so I'm gonna get nitpicky with you here, One Swifty boy. You're not supposed to check flag here, not your job. But okay, let's say you do because you gotta read.
Because they have 3 rolls. I don't know.
The problem is you just died, and you know why you just died? Because if you're facing Jing, or somebody who's a Jing fan, then he double satcheled right here onto this box, and he's holding like this right now. And so as you peek out, looking this way, do you see the problem?
Shot her. Back to me.
Bro, why are we playing GEKKO like this? I feel like you only use this ability and this one effectively. These other 2 abilities are like, whatever. It's like you're playing pre-rework Scion in League of Legends, where you either go AP and you use your W and your Q, or you go AD and you use your E and your R. You like have never thrown your molly and your flashes don't do anything. You're just only using Wingman to plant and then Thrash because Thrash is good.
They're breach, just try not to play side.
Scoot. What?
Bro, you're such a piece of shit. Like, all you have to do to hold flank alone is like, I'm over here. Notice I'm using this box, so not like exposed to drop. And Let me explain why I picked this angle in particular. It's about the corners. So what I'm doing is I'm lining up these corners, but I want to be able to see the further one because it gives me angle advantage. Like if I do this, I give up my angle advantage. We're going to play here. And the best part of this is you can take shots, you come to cover this way. So essentially this guy, when they see you, you can like shoot and unswing. You're not likely to kill them, but they're not likely to kill you. So it's fine. You basically apply pressure and you maintain presence, and now you can play your flash. You can have a teammate and you can like 2v1 this guy.
Yeah, it's like
I got
that.
the spike.
Oh, there's a thread somewhere.
You guys want to run a side bet? All right, guys, head over to the Rafts and Predictions channel and vote on whether or not our hero is going to molly for value this half. I will be subjectively deciding whether or not it is valuable. How many times? One. Once. A singular molly for non-zero value.
Saw you, Mosh.
Nah, it doesn't do anything. Let me explain why you see people molly CT. Because I'm sure you've watched like a Xander VOD on this map, and he's thrown a brimstone molly here at some point while taking. I'm sure you've seen it. Think of this as anti-flood. When you throw the molly preemptively into a smoke, think of it as we're stopping them from flooding. Because flooding is a really strong tool in the defender's tool belt to like stop you from planting and win the round. So essentially, the moment you start planting is when you'd want this molly to land, because the enemy's comms might be, hey, the moment they start planting, I'm going to brim ult site and we're going to flood out. Right? So that could be their plan. Like the moment they start planting, we're going to go for the retake, and they throw their util and come out. And so the molly denies that flood. If you're just holding it here and your chamber makes contact and then you throw and you come out and fight, it could be like really good. I got bad news for you, chat.
Let's go.
Dim beacon here.
Time to hunt.
Launching smoke.
Wingman's. Mosh pit.
Stand in this corner, aim a bit below the leaf.
Blow him up, Mosh.
Left click. Then, after that molly lands, throw the flash straight up. Anybody stuck behind the boxes has to peek out. They get blinded. Your flash is right here. You can recover it and continue the hit. Your GEKKO prep is terrible. How come I have a GEKKO molly? No value. No value from that thing. All half. You played an entire attacking half on GEKKO and did not get a single piece of value out of your most... Isn't it your most expensive ability? Okay, Wingman's 50 more. Never mind. Wingman's 50 more. Why do we have both flash initiators dish with our jet ego peeking B main? What happened?
God, you want to play dish?
You asked her to play dish with you? What the fuck? This was... You explicitly asked Sky to double up with you? Both the flash initiators?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, we lose the round. I'm sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes. You're double up with Sky again?
There's two dish.
Give it up.
Up and away.
Hawk out.
Someone there.
Blood squad.
They're A.
Time to hunt.
They like to
Spike down A.
140 on race.
Little man.
Dim beacon down.
Do you want to tell them? You know, the fact that you saw Cypher go CT? Because, like, your team does not know. And then you're just like, oh, okay. Cypher's literally CT right now. Like, look at this.
Dim beacon down.
Your brim is, like, spinning. He's dead here, statistically speaking. Your brim is just better.
Enemy remaining.
I'm looking for a single ounce of good utility. That's not an ultimate. Because everyone can use ultimate.
Ouch.
One enemy remaining.
Push them together.
It's the last of them.
I'm not sure if I can count the mosh.
okay.
One enemy remaining.
I count this mosh. This mosh is not bad. He could be there. We spammed the dice, so we mosh left. I'm down for this mosh.
It's fine.
Ball.
Trying
Push.
One.
Alright.
Wuhujin 18, one Swifty
Yeah.
boy, one.
Blow him up,
Raise.
Mosh.
Okay.
Really?
Son.
You're better.
Blow him up,
Raise.
Mosh.
That's a good mosh as well. Then you just suck. And then you win. Two moshes, 0 cool flashes. I mean, wingman usage is passable on attack. Defense is pretty worthless. Dude, your util is just garbage. I don't think you've watched any high-level GEKKO gameplay. And if you have, you haven't taken notes. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, because that's what I'm about to put in your notes. Focus points, general. Your utility is ridiculously lackluster. You used your molly twice all game for value, and I didn't see any decent flashes. Watch high-level GEKKO VODs and specifically try to make note of util usage. And then additionally, since for a one trick, sometimes you can't find VODs on certain maps. The onus is on you to prepare good utility on these maps. You need to maximize your number of 2v1 engagements more assiduously. Thank you for the VOD, one Swifty boy.